Hey, 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 what's going on everyone? How y'all doing today? Y'all
Hello there.
having a good week, hopefully. Hopefully having a good day. Who do we got in the chat today? Let's see. Hey Betty, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Jim, what's up? Grom's in the house. How are you doing? Hey Marco, Angelo, how y'all guys doing tonight? What jumped already? Where did it go? Ah, Jim, are you enjoying it, man? I'm so glad. I am so glad that you are enjoying that one. That was just in case y'all didn't know, that was from the members only giveaway, if I recall correctly, because I actually have something to give away tonight. But I hope everyone's having a good week. Hey, Sean, Michael, how you doing? Thanks for joining. I appreciate you guys showing up, showing out.
Hello there.
You guys hear me okay on the mic? It's not too loud. Good volume. I had to adjust it a little bit because I was noticing during video editing it was pretty loud. I was like, "Oh, I need to dial it back a little bit." I don't remember when I changed it, but there was also like a software update, so who knows? Who knows? It's hard to say. Sorry, my nose is a little stuffy. Oh, Cat, what's going on? How you doing?
Hello there.
Good stuff. We got some pass rounds in tonight. I got some new stuff to show off. Some of it's new, some of it is not so new. And we'll do some pocket dumps here in a little bit. Hey, Michael, what's going on? How you doing? Microphone is in my way
Hello
tonight.
there.
Did I put it in the wrong spot? Or did I... Here, I need to move the computer over some more. There we go. That way I'm not craning over here trying to look at the monitor a little bit. I thought I had it in a good spot, but perhaps not. What has everybody got in their pockets? And did anybody pick up anything new this week? I got a couple of new ones, but I'll probably go ahead and save that for a little bit. I did want to remind everyone, I pinned it up at the top. That sale at TPK Knives is still going on. I even took advantage of it. The deals are quite incredible. Jason, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Hello there.
It's been crazy this week. We've been hard as it is to believe that we're in July, we were actually just wrapping up like mid-years and stuff, so I had to do all of my teams. So that was pretty busy this week. And then they're like loading us up with like learning portals. I don't know if anybody does any kind of corporate type stuff, but it'd be the equivalent of like refreshers for safety, any changes, anything like that. So it's been a lot. Oh, here we go. Y'all are pocket checking. Nice. Jim's got the Nova in pocket with the Microburst and the Grom. How are you enjoying the Grom? I don't think I've seen that before. If I have, I didn't think to ask about it. Grom has the Groom, Kaiser Groom. I was looking at Grom's name, sorry. Grom has the Tempest Pinion and the Ridge Runner Cinder Cone Trapper. I don't know that one. Ridge Runner. I'll have to look that one up. And no new EDC stuff for now. Okay. Now, let's see what Sean's got here. Spyderco Para 3 and PM2. Lightning anodized this week. Nice. Michael has the Benchmade tagged out, new. And Taylor's Eyewitness Barlow today. I probably should look at the little screen here, or stop looking at the stream screen and looking like where I am at to see it a little bit easier. This has been a long week. It has been a really long week. A little Kaiser Fixie, light and sharp. I'll have to look that one up. Groom. Is that the skeletonized one? I'm trying to remember it because I think I actually did see that one. It's a little cheapy, Bud K. Oh, this thing is sticking on my back. Hold on for a second, guys. Sorry. I gotta move this off of the armchair here. The buckle was digging into my back. There we go. Hopefully I don't kick that later. Yeah, they want to make sure you didn't forget it since last year, even though they didn't really change much anything there. Hey, Dwayne, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping
Hello
by.
there.
No, I can sit normal now. Now that that is not digging into my back. So I saw where G-Ball posted something about the Schrade budget OTF. And it seemed kind of serious because he was like, I'm getting on camera, face to face. I wanted to talk about this. And then, if I recall correctly, I think he said something to the effect that someone bashed it, and then another person said it was quite good for being a sub, $100 OTF. Um, and if I recall, he was going through and talking about the fact that whoever was doing the review was talking about the fact that they were comparing it to like $200 plus OTFs. And I would say, I don't think that's an OTF thing. I wouldn't compare materials and such from a budget folding knife to, $200 plus folding knives. Everything's going to be a little bit different. The build quality probably could still be really good on a sub $100 knife because I think we see that all day, every day. As a matter of fact, ironically, I got a sub $100 as my main carry today just because I love the crap out of this knife. The Mini Grouper top liner lock, Nitro V, G10 with laminate carbon fiber on top, but it's twill and it's you can see it's raised, so you got a little bit of texturing there, and I just love it. I think it's built excellent. It's got multi-row bearings on Delrin washers. Absolutely outstanding. I think it's fantastic. But if you're talking, the build quality is there, but if you're trying to compare it to, oh, here you go. This is perfect because this is my other carry today. My other carry today inside of my little art company organizer, you guys know how much I love that, is my Quiet Carry 9. So you got fat carbon inlays, neural titanium, magna cut steel. I do have skiffs in here, and the action is quite good, but it's a different type of action. It's a really smooth hydraulic action, whereas this multi-row washer, budget knife essentially is a guillotine. And the type of lock is different too. And actually, I would say this lock is probably a little bit stronger than what you're seeing here on the frame lock from the 9. But I wouldn't use this knife to try to compare anything on the Mini Grouper, you know? I just don't think that makes sense. So I didn't get to see I didn't get to see who was bashing it and what they were using to compare it. I'm just going off of what Greg said, and I know him well enough to feel like I can trust what he's saying. But I just don't understand that. And if you're not into Gerber, I certainly understand why. If you're not into Schrade, I certainly understand why. But I think when they do try to make an effort to make USA made stuff, we should at least check it out. And I know this was budget, but this is probably a little bit of a side conversation to that. They're trying to bring stuff back to the U.S. and have American made in conjunction with the imported stuff. Very similar to what Kaiser has been doing successfully, I feel like, for the last couple of years, where they've brought in some bangers that are hits that are imported, and they've made some really solid knives that are USA made. So I would say still, I would use Kaiser as the benchmark for like Schrade and Gerber. If they're going to try to do that, that's who I'm going to hold them accountable to. Unfortunately for me, Gerber and Schrade for so long have just been putting out cheap, really affordable stuff because people really didn't care and were still buying that stuff because it was cheap, and then they were relying on their namesake. So it's hard for me to trust them, but I would openly check it out and see what they're doing. I mean, that's just me, but I certainly wouldn't compare. Uh, I wouldn't compare, you know, to an Aries, right? I wouldn't compare this to an Aries. I know this is not the same as an Aries, but I wouldn't. There's nothing relatable between the two. What am I going to compare? Just ergos and action? Overall build quality, you know, there's that's the problem is you do have solid knives that are budget friendly. I wouldn't even say cheap. They're just budget friendly to me. I don't think they're, $30 or less is definitely cheap, but these are not cheap as the word would imply. Hey, Ron, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it.
Hello there.
I just following up on, I guess, G-Ball's rant. I was just kind of curious about it. Yeah, I mean, truth be told, Jim, in the early days of all my videos, everything was under 100. I don't think I cracked over 100 until I got my Spyderco uh, PM2 on sale when they first upgraded to S45EN on it. So, for the longest time, that's all I did. And because I collected enough of those budget knives, I was like, I got hundreds of these knives. I could probably sell half and get, something middle tier, I guess I would call it for me. Something over 100 but less than two, which was the PM2. And that's kind of what I did. And then I built up the budget some more, and I loved and enjoyed checking them out. And I still really appreciate them to this day. Everything doesn't have to be titanium and fat carbon and carbon fiber. Granted, they are using a laminate on here, but I mean, I've really truly enjoyed this one. I mean, I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed it. Great cutting geometry, great blade shape, very useful drop point. Way below the, well, not way below, but it is below the pivot enough to where I feel like this is exactly the type of knife I like to have in my collection. Great ergos in action. I mean, that's really what I'm looking for. Nitro V isn't it isn't something spectacular as far as edge retention, fine edge retention. I need to clarify that as I say that. It's gonna lose its fine edge very quickly, but it's gonna maintain a sharp working edge for a long time. And I mean, that's pretty valuable. I feel like anywhere from 50 to $70 on a knife like that. I think that's outstanding for a steel like that. Don, I mean, Ron, thank you, sir. You are too kind. Donating the $2. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. And a cheer for the members out there. I see all the little swords next to your names. I appreciate that membership and continued membership. That helps the channel just as much as watching to the end and letting some ads play here and there. All of that helps, especially when y'all use the links. But thank you for that, sir. That is awesome of you. All right, let me stop ranting and try to catch up a little bit. Did I say hi to you, Marco? If I didn't, hello. I apologize. I'm backtracking a little bit now. I don't think I missed it. Hey, what is up, Chef Rocky? How's it going, bro? I appreciate you stopping by, sir. I didn't drop my
Hello there.
hellos to you guys. Yeah. If you're enjoying it, definitely leave a thumbs up. It'll help the algorithm point some folks here or make them aware of the fact that we're streaming tonight. Anesso's asking if anyone has the pipeline. I don't have one, so I can't chime in, but maybe someone else can. Michael said, I had a rat penguin in practice at first. After that was $300 ET. Dove right in. And a lot of people will do that. A lot of people will be like, you know what? I want to experience at least one banging knife. Because I was doing the channel, I just wanted to try to stay under 100 for everything. And I knew not a lot of people were going to check out budget stuff. But truth be told, even from where I started, when I was looking at budget knives to where they've come today, it's hard to ignore them regardless of what you're into as far as a channel. There's just so much innovation, build quality, materials, shapes, styles. I mean, it is just really a good time for anyone in the knife community to enjoy budget knives. They really do come up with some nice stuff. Yeah, I agree, Chris. Totally agree. Nitro V, 14C28N, 9CR18MOV are all steels I respect. D2 when it's done right, I totally respect. I think they deliver outstanding performance for the money. Like what you're spending on those materials, outstanding performance. My favorite budget steel, you guys know, is 154 CM. I think it just hits a little bit harder for me. The edge, fine edge and edge retention on it just lasts so long, and I love that. Low maintenance. I can use it, for a few days of cutting task and not really have to worry with it. Whereas some of those other steels that I mentioned a little bit lower, you can use them for sure, but you're going to want to strop them up. You don't want to go too long without them, or it's going to be sharpening versus dropping it back. So, nope, somebody's home. The Watuga, I like that one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Ron says, got the Pina Mula, Oui Esprit. I love the Oui Esprit. And Mula's good too. And the Vanguard Cheetah. Mark said, I think all knives should be titanium. And they still make some budget knives with titanium. If you look at the Tidius 14C28N and titanium, and you can find them for a while for under $100. So you can find some with titanium. I also like aluminum. I think aluminum is heavily underrated. I'd like to see some of these top liner lock knives come out in aluminum. I think aluminum is a premium feeling steel. I love the fact that you can use Cerakotes and powder coats on those. Cerakote and anodize on those to get some really cool colors to kind of personalize, customize, make it a little bit different, stand out a little bit. So I personally like aluminum on some knives. Michael's first Spyderco was the Shaman. Shaman. The Shaman. Tracing the Dragon ever since. Nice. Grom, I had a $300 max ace. I won in a drawing also. At that price, I was afraid to carry it. Yeah, and that's what I have. That's the issue I have when I get up over 300, as I get a little nervous about carrying stuff. I refrain from carrying it as much as I should. I gave it to my dad as a Father's Day present. That is a very nice Father's Day gift and a very nice thing that you did. Grizzly Bear, what is up? He says, I love my CDC Hansen. And that's another fun material. The multicolored G10 that they do, it's very functional and it's fun. If you want something a little different in the collection and you like to break it up. Want to collect more of them. There you go. Someone's home. They must have arrived back to back. The $500 Leon Ma, and you carry it a lot. That really matters too. It can hit a little bit above, when it gets 250, 300 and it hits a little bit above that range. If I really love it, I'll carry it a lot. That 9 is very special to me because my wife gave it to me and I carry it at least once a week. At least. For sure. The Vosteed Nightshade Mini. Words are hard today, guys. I can see it's going to be one of those streams for me. All right, so I showed you all what I had in my pocket. Y'all have seen that pocket organizer enough, and Ron's comment here has me kind of wanting to show these off. So coming in the pass around, got the Vosteed Mini Acorn 14C28N. I love that pivot. I think it's really cool how they did the sterile captive pivot. It has a little dimple in it. G10, very smooth G10, very contoured, very small pocket clip. Reminds me on what you see on the back of the bug outs. It is a little tight for me. I'm really close to that blade's edge when I'm holding up here, but I can get 4 fingers on it. And truth be told, this is just going to be breaking into packages, cutting loose string, getting into mail, cutting off a tag on clothes type knife, something that I can throw in the 5th pocket of the jeans, and my pouch, my Data Crew water slide. You guys know I love my water slide. This I grab this when I go to the gym. This and a small pocket knife. That's because it's got my earbuds in it. But you got a nice front flipper on here. Opening hole. For me, the detent's a little lightly tuned. And if it were my personal knife, I would probably try to move that lock bar over just a little bit more to give it a little bit more tension. Not much, just a hair more tension. Dwayne said, no more sprinkles. Get them while you can. Are they not doing them anymore? Be Shady, what is up, my brother? How are you tonight?
Hello there.
Dwayne, what's going on with the sprinkles? Well, if you like that one, Betty, I got one more. I got one more for you. I apologize. In the unboxing, I called it the Mini, but it's actually the Raccoon Cub. And I correct myself in the actual review video. So another four-finger knife. I actually like this one better than the Mini Acorn because the finger cutout actually allows me to rest behind that blade's edge. Now, if you sharpen it, that could be different. You do have more cutting edge on that Acorn, but I really like this one a lot. G10, good access to the lock bar. Again, front flipper, and this one has thumb studs if you don't like the opening hole. And they're nice aluminum coated, let me see, coated aluminum blue. It's a really pretty blue. So I really like this one a lot. These are really cool. I love fifth pocket, wintertime carry knives, or stuff that I can throw in a pouch. Really enjoy those a ton. Do anyone who's had those type of applied weapon tech scales have a preference for Cerakote or anodized? I personally think Cerakote holds up better, and anodized will hold up well, but if you're hard using it, I would go towards Cerakote. Anodized gets you more limited colors, but they're more unique looking on the aluminum, especially if they polish it first. Cerakote obviously could go with whatever color you wanted. That's just my personal input. Yes, they are useful in public, Jim. You are correct. And that's why I like unassuming looking knives, and I like these. I love slip joints in public too. When you're, people aren't usually too freaked out by that. Not that I really care, but I'm not trying to come off tactical. I just want them to know it's a tool that I use. Are you just saying no more? You don't want no more? You're tired of them? I mean, it's one company, right? It's well, Blade HQ is the other company, so it's two companies that are doing them, but um, it doesn't bother me because it's not like a trend where you're seeing Civivi and Kaiser, and you know what I'm saying? Like it's not everybody that's doing them. So for the people that want them, there you go. You got two options now. Oh, they're done doing them. Well, look at that. Look at that. The mini acorn is the same size as the mini nightshade. The raccoon cub is actually a little bit smaller, and it might help me to show you those two together. Good question, Ron. So the mini acorn compared to it's the black, sorry, the raccoon cub, very different sizes. Very different sizes. So I would definitely say and even in the open position, you'll probably really be able to see this. Let me flip it the other way so you guys can see. But for this one, sorry, let me get the light and line them up. It's so weird on the camera, looking at the camera trying to do this. But I hope you can tell the raccoon cub is much smaller. Much smaller. So this is more mini nightshade size. I hope that helps. Hey, Splitting Slices, what's up, man? How you doing tonight? Hope you're having a good week.
Hello there.
If anybody that came in late wants to throw their pocket check down, you can go ahead. Some folks already left them. All right, let's catch up here. Getting long in the tooth. El Cap, do you not like Altum either? I feel like you're gonna bust my balls. I like Ultim still. I got burnt out on JG10, so just give it a little more time. I'll probably get burnt out on it too. But I think because I haven't had a lot of them come through, I still kind of like them. I even have my Ultim driver. I think that's really cool that you can see through the magnet. And it reminds me of light beer, even though I'm not a big drinker, um, really at all. Like we're talking like 4 beers a year, maybe 5. I'll definitely be having some in August when we're at the beach, though. But I really like it. I think it's a really cool material. Just as long as people don't go crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? I carry a sack for the same reason. People look at those and usually just think tool instead of weapon. Yeah, and I think that's the problem. Hollywood has associated forever and all eternity knives as only weapons, and they are good for self-defense in close proximity. I'm not trying to say they're not. I'm not trying to be foolish or naive. I'm just saying for me it's truly a good cutting tool, which is why I really appreciate like a low drop point. Stuff with big belly too does really well for breaking materials down, cutting through materials. Exactly. Open a bag of cookies. Open a bag of cookies for a child at church with my Ziphius. Her mom nearly fainted. CDC is no longer making them. Damn. They have to stop because of Blade HQ, so Blade HQ is making them stop. Well, that's dumb. It was donut sprinkles, but they weren't the same. Like everything from Blade HQ was pink with sprinkles. They were doing different colors. They were doing blue with some pink and purples. That's unfortunate. I hope they thrive. I hope they continue to make stuff. I hope they thrive. I hope they continue to design stuff because that upsets me that they can't do, their own spin of that. I think they were there first doing it, just not on knives. Is that right? I might be remembering that wrong. That's right, splitting. Hey, Journey, what's going on? How you doing? I'm a little late.
Hello there.
I'm scrolling down to catch up. Betty Davis has got the Kaiser Mini Paragon in the pocket today. Very nice carry, Betty. Nice. The Manganus Steel Camino and the Schrade Fifth Pocket Nath. Nath. Oh, why does it keep jumping? 6 to 8 every night, JD. Fractus Microbus burst, and Spy Opera that he got from G-Ball. Nice. Mark says "Bleh" to the Ultim. All right, Mark. Well, just for you, sir, I got in my first time ever experiencing the Kaiser Gemini. This one's coming in Nitro V, black coated blade, black hardware, and Ultim on top. I like this dark golden ale Ultim. I don't like when it's really shiny or a really bright color. I like the dark. I think it looks good with the black hardware, and I've never experienced the Gemini. I didn't realize how small it is. It's like 3.5 fingers for me behind that flipper tab, but it's comfortable. Great lightweight small EDC. Ray Laconico design. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. Good old Ray. I forget that picks up on the microphone. Good old Ray Laconico design. And I really like the radial patterns that they're doing on some of their scales. Even if you don't like the Ultim, they've done it on a couple of knives, and I really like this pattern. It makes for good grip, but it doesn't shred the pocket. But it's a good texture to it, so I really like that. But that is just for you, sir. Just for you, Mark. Oh, I like Ultim. I burnt out on JG10. I don't miss that at all. Um, But I still like the Ultim. Oh, that reminds me, I got a couple of things I got to grab, so I'm gonna wait a minute to get up and show that to you guys when I get to the end of what's coming in through pass around. Crazy. Use my knife almost every day at work, around the house too. It's a tool, but damn right, if you're in a situation, yep, exactly. And I'm not trying to be naive about that. It's just my order of priority for how I use it is always a tool. Like it's always a tool to use for something. I mean, at first my wife was kind of like, yeah, but now she's like, her honey badger, she opens and closes it, and I'm so proud of her. She let me grab something that I can drop to the nail. She'll use that because hers has the opening hole and flipper tab, and she'll do like that, and then she'll two hand close it, but she'll let it drop down like that, and then she'll do one of these. So coming from where I was like she'll never have one to just the honey badger literally sits over on our bill pay station and she uses it for her Amazon packages. She don't break the boxes down, but she uses it to open them. So little steps, guys, little steps. Well, that's good. They're just not allowed to do them on the knives, which is still kind of lame. But Blade HQ was barely first, huh, Jim? I got you. I mean, I get it. I get it, I guess. I would say because they weren't trying to do the exact same thing, let them be, but maybe they can come up with something else for the knives. I hope they still design some. It really sucks though. I really like the Sprinkle CDC did better than the Blade HQ. All right, Chavez. B Shady's got the Chavez. I started to go right into the pocket dump. B Shady's got the Chavez Scapegoat, Devo Nip, Raylight Land Apple, Titanium Chavez, Twist Titanium Pin, Chavez Skull Pry Bar, Custom Pry Slip, nice. Blessed Knives, Boo Boo Pry. You got a lot of pry bars, bro. SOG Power Pint, love the Power Pint. I think that's a for the money. And for something very light duty, I think that is one of the best buys that you can get. Fidget Boy Slider, Titanium Dice, Frankie Topo Hank. Nice carry, bro. Bro. Uh, they still look painted on. I like the fact that the CDCs were integrated into a usable G10. I feel like everything that Blade HQ does, for the most part, that I have seen is just cosmetic. I feel like CDC was cosmetic with functionality incorporated into it, so at least you could use it. Yeah, the Kalashnikov. I do know that. I know that's where I first saw it anyway. And a Fixie from Tucson, TS 150 and S90V. How's that holding up for you? If you're using it a lot, if you don't mind me asking. My S90V on my Asher Little Buddy is actually holding up really well. I wasn't sure how it would do as a fixed blade. Ron says, I like that Ultim. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Gave my Ultim All Knife away, waiting on County Com Ultim Mini Nightshade. Did you order it? Are you waiting for it to be delivered or is it a drop? Raised knives. I think it's the fake stuff, isn't it? Aim for the piss. Hey man, it's not for everybody. There's I don't like lightning anno. You know, big lightning anno. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's just not my thing personally. It looks good, and I recognize when it's done well for sure. I just don't like it. It's for me. If you have a statement piece that you're trying to put on display, it's nice. But if you're using it, it gets oily. It doesn't hold up well. You got to constantly clean it, which is going to be kind of funny here when I show you a knife in a minute. Uses the baby bounter. The fool out of her baby mounter. Sorry. I need to come back over to the comment when it's on my screen instead of trying to read. When it pops up on the screen, like when y'all see it underneath or on the bottom of the picture, it actually displays a little bit bigger than it does on the feed over here. I probably need to figure out how to adjust my feed to make it a little bit bigger, but a utility knife kind of woman. There's nothing wrong with that. At least she's doing that. Does she like any of the recent knife designs that are incorporating utility blades? I saw one where someone just did one recently. What was it? It wasn't the Pyrite, was it? I know the Elementum came out, but I thought there was one after that. Corgi Pup. That's a good one. All right, Splitting. Hope you have a good night. I don't think I'm too far behind, but I might have missed you, my brother. Yeah, pry bars can be useful. I have a couple. I have two, literally. I have two. And then I have the ones that are in my Swiss Army knives. They're kind of like a flathead bottle opener pry. I can use those in a pinch, depending on what it is. 6 days a week. Power pint. Yeah, I like the power pint. I wish I wouldn't have got the black coated one, but it does the job. The coating on it, I should have known it wasn't going to be good, but the coating on it is not that good. Pink Lander V1. That's probably one I should show to my wife. She's not going to want a bunch of knives, right? But something that she probably could carry and that would be good in her hand would probably be the Lander, but I don't know how she'd feel about closing that one without the flipper tab. I went with the flipper tab so I could try to teach her how to do that. Yeah, REI makes it, right? Isn't it REI? No. RIE? REI? PEI? PEI. I'm getting stuff mixed up. Oh my gosh, I have to laugh at myself. All right, so y'all saw the Gemini. The other one I have here is the Giza. And let me tell you something. I didn't think I was going to like this one. Granted, I've only had it for a few days, but I like this. What I wasn't sure I was going to like, I don't like how much it flares so much larger on the knife in the back. To me, that just looks a little odd. But once I got it in hand, I kind of was like, okay, I get it. I get it. Look at all that real estate I have to squeeze onto the back. And I still have plenty of room out there. And then if you really needed to choke up for detailed work, it's got jimping right here underneath where my finger is. So you can wrap around that jimping and get right up on the blade. And then if it starts to move, you'll feel it move and you can kind of lean into it with the index finger so it doesn't close. But I like this one because it's got that 3/4 stop there. So you can get it closed without it getting close at all. And then it is a light but snappy pull. I'd say, I think I said in the unboxing, this is like 4.5 for that first pull, and then like 6.5 on that second pull. And it's a stop pin close. I don't love stop pin close sounds that much. They sound really clunky. They're not as snappy. But I get why they have them. You know, it allows the back spring to take a little less abuse, and then this one here just it's really comfortable. And I think for the price point, LMAX, the size of the blade and everything, the belly, the low tip, it's a really nice one. I don't really like Carper. This is another one I don't like. I don't like copper, dark matter dark matter copper. I don't really like that one. Unless it's like an all blacked out knife. I like it. I think this would have looked better with the aluminum foil dark matter, personally. I also think they should have included an extra tab. So if you wanted to take the clip off and you want to throw this in a slip, or you want this to be like a pocket drop or a fifth pocket knife. But I totally get why they included the clip. I think some knives like this size that are slips with the clip really makes sense. But it's also very thin, like super thin, very slicey. But I definitely liked it more than I thought I was going to. And I just, it's okay in the closed position, but it just it's a little big looking on the back end for me. I guess I like my modern traditionals to be more sleek and less, I don't know, less wild. Gotcha. Yeah. And it's probably easy to swap the blades out of those and everything. I have a couple that I kept in the garage. They're old. Before I got into like pocket knives like I am now, I just kept them around legit for like cutting away zip ties if I was working on the car, getting into boxes, stuff like that. I did. I did, Louis. Actually, I posted it. I posted it up in the community feed with the link. Hint, hint. uh, Pyrite looks sweet with a Tonto on it, for sure, for sure. Excuse me, guys. All right, let me get into some of the stuff that came in new this week. I don't think I'm missing anything. I'm going to start with one that is a returning model. Um, it is going to be, and this is what I was talking about. The link is up above. I got to fix the pivot on this one. It came like that. But the traditional pocket knife summer sale, this was like less than $100. M390 at 59 to 61, which if you think about with my code, you're getting this, what, 95? It's really barely more expensive than buying like a Civivi or a Kaiser that has maybe 154 cm or Nitro V or something like that. But at 59 to 61 on a folding pocket knife, this is going to have better edge retention than either one of those steels, and you're getting titanium. If you look at something like the Tidius, which is right around $100, this is competing with that, but it's 14C versus this M390. So I really like the Jig Titanium version on this one for the money with my code. Really nice. These has the small bearings on them, the 5mm, 1mm, I think it is. Really doesn't need it. I still have the factory bearings on here, and it's just glassy smooth. No side to side or up and down. Just a fantastic model. This is the large, but I think they have all versions, or they may have sold out by then. But for me, I get exactly 4 fingers on here behind that flipper tab. You guys heard me say earlier, I love a utility blade shape. Very handy and useful. Got a lot of cutting edge on this. I just really like it a lot. So I regret selling it when I sold it, but I'm kind of glad that I was able to pick another one up at such a good deal. I mean, it's such a good deal. All right, Jason, have a good evening, sir. Thank you for coming and hanging out. But pick this one back up. The pivot, it is captive, so it doesn't spin around, but this side here wasn't laying flat, I'm guessing, and it's screwed all the way in. So I think it needs to be screwed out a little bit, but I do want to be cautious about that because right now it's just slightly favoring the show side. So what I don't want to do is if I back that out, cause it to go more over that way. But I'm thinking fixing that side of the pivot will also bring it back straight. Got more alerts going off. Another new one here, and I apologize, you're seeing it modded. I did the unboxing with how it came from the manufacturer, and then I immediately went in and modded it, and I should have done the recording and showed it off as it was before I modded it. Then you could see after and the before. But I finally landed the Swift Fin. I picked up the gold with the blue and polished because I wanted that hand rub satin finish. I really like Wee's hand rub. It also holds up really well to use and abuse. Trying to find a lighting where you can, there you go. Really good. And then you can see the machine belt finish on the flats, and then the Swedge has that hand rub also. And then I stripped it down, and I was going to play around with annoing and polishing, but then when I saw the grind lines on the titanium and how it ended up coming out after I cleaned it after stripping it, I actually decided just to leave it raw with a little bit of blue accents. I think it came out really nice. I like the way that it looks. And then I decided just for a little bit of contrast, I went with the, sorry, wrong way, higher voltage blues on that back spacer. So it's kind of a blurply blue. And then same thing for the pocket clip. You can see a little bit, you can see the Wii logo. I probably should have polished the logo and then put some fingernail polish on it to keep it from showing. That probably would have been better. But great sounds. Opening hole works great. Super smooth action. I mean, Wii's build quality, I don't know why people knock on Wii so much, but it is a big boy. I'm doing it left-handed so you can kind of see the whole thing. But it is definitely a large knife. It is not for the faint of heart. It is not going to be for anybody that likes small knives, carries small knives, has small hands. This is for us guys, us big-handed guys. Also, can someone help me out? What is that on the pivot? What material is that? Come on, focus. What material is that? It came polished like that. I didn't do anything to it. What is that? It's polished, it's layered. I don't know what it is. If someone can help me with that, I have no clue. But, I just don't understand why people hate on WE so much, They do their 20 CV at 59 to 61, just like everybody else does their M390 and 20 CV. As far as production, we're not talking Spyderco here, and we're not talking about Rayot, and we're not talking about Bestech. But I really just like this. I decided to move on from the Neferis because I like this one better. Like I wanted to get the two in hand and see, but I just really like this better. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the speed holes, but I think they're done in such a pattern that I rather like it on this one. And it's, it depends on the knife. It, could be yay and it could be nay. But for me, I think this really works. The micro milling here for that little cutout, the little attention to details that WE does, the geared back spacer, I really like it. And I think WE just does an outstanding job. I don't know why people hate on them so much. It just baffles me. Too thin, Louis? Even though it's tall this way, because it feels really comfortable in hand for me. But you just probably want to stick with the Vero stuff then. Vero probably has like good thickness, right? Big Ham says, I'm not a WE kind of person, but that one is it. I like this one. I don't like everything from WE. Definitely don't. More misses than hits on their designs, but when they come out with one that I like, man, it really sticks out to me. So you guys have already seen this one, that Vero Nova, and the reason I was laughing to myself about that lightning anno, because I pre-ordered the Timascus kit, and this is going to require, and I just bopped the mic. This is going to require two hands to show you. I know the camera is going to have a hard time with that. And I don't mind pocket clips and back spacers because that's not the whole scale, but it looks really nice and it is extremely hard to show off on camera. Because it just wants to pick up all of the lighting. So let's try that. So you can see that's like cross cut. And then really interesting to try to show it on camera. But I'm really happy with it. This is definitely the most high-end knife in my collection now. All right, let me catch up a little bit. I'm wondering, Big Hams, if it's Timascus that just hasn't. I don't know how do they heat treat that. I've never done Timascus. I'd have to look into it. Dama and Anno. Are we talking about the Swiftfin's pivot collar? Nefarious. All right, Chris. Yeah, that's exactly where I land crazy. Sometimes I really don't like them, and sometimes I think they look really good. Like if it's done in unison with the design. If you just have like a straight scale and you just threw some speed holes on it, like the y'all are gonna laugh at me, but the Spyderco Smock, I hated those speed holes. So when I asked to get the scales made, I asked them to remove the speed holes. I didn't like that. I have not tried the ZZit. But it's about the same. It's a little bit smaller than the Swiftfin, but it's in that ballpark as far as large knives. And it also, as someone pointed out earlier, it's a little bit of a thinner design, but it has the really tall scales, so it still fills the hand out for me. But if you don't like that way that feels, you're just never going to really like that. Yeah, it depends. It really depends on the design for me. For their prices, I don't really understand. Sometimes their prices are really good and competitive, and then sometimes they're a little expensive. Like for me, this was totally worth 290 bucks. 20 CV hand ramp setting, lots of detail with the anno work that was on there, all titanium hardware too, and then I guess whatever that pivot collar is. Somebody said Damascus, polished Damascus. Um, Really good action, excellent build quality. I love that mill titanium pocket clip. So to me, this was totally worth it because when you think about like something from Kaiser, let's use Kaiser for example. You're going to get S35 yen or S45 yen, which is a steel I love. It's not a knock on the steel. Excellent build quality. You're going to get titanium scales, sometimes with some sort of special inlay, and you're going to get steel pivot, steel hardware in the pivot. You're going to get maybe titanium hardware with steel standoffs. So they're cutting corners a little bit to save some money, but they're able to get that to you for $200. I'm thinking of my Militao specifically with the DLC and the fat carbon. Um, so 210, and this is 289. You're getting more titanium. I would argue the finishes on the Civivi's titanium is a little bit better than that coating was on my Militao. That coating is good, but it's not consistent. I've seen ones that actually look better than my coating twice now, looking at other ones. My coating is a little, it's like starting to have some orange peel on it, but not all the way throughout the knife. And it didn't hold up very well at all. The coating on the handles being used carry in my pocket, it's got snail trails and stuff. So I don't know what your price is crazy, but I've seen a few that are 199, and then, what I do is if I kind of sort of like something, but I don't love the price, I'll wait for them to do one of their sales and then get it really cheap. Spartan Harsey thickness, Louis said. Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that because the Harsey, that's like Hinderer thick. That's thick, thick. Oh, thanks, Louis. I appreciate it. Well, I have one heater in my collection. One heater. I'm guessing y'all are talking about the one with the Damascus. Definitely the most expensive in my collection. It's my favorite from Vero, and actually, it's probably not. Yeah, it's definitely the one that I have the most money tied into because I do have those like applied weapon tech scales and pocket clips and stuff on the Spyderco's, and I'm looking at my knife case and my bug out, but this one definitely still more, especially because I wanted the belt satin version. I just think it looks really good. The stonewash looks good too, though. Bestech does a nice stonewash. Thanks, Ron. I appreciate it, man. Full dress is too much. Would you consider this full dress? Just the backspacer and the pocket clip. Is that full dress? Because I considered it a dress kit. I just kicked my bag. A dress kit, but I wasn't sure if like that would consider it full dress. I guess it does because I'm trying to think of what I was considering full dress before. But to me, it's not going to stop me from carrying and using it. I just wanted a dress kit once. I'll be honest with you. I'll try my best not to scratch it and wear it out. But if it happens, I won't be mad. Because to me, this is going to be like my nine, uh, my my bug out, my Manix 2. This is just going to be one that hangs out in the collection for a long time. Um, but that's a good question. What is this full dress? Hey, Fook, thanks for stopping and dropping in, man. I appreciate it, sir. All right, I'm getting caught up now. Bonds, what's going on? How y'all doing? I didn't hit y'all with the
Hello there.
hello there. Yeah, today you would. I have my Benchmade's 2 years old and I got it for 120 with 20 CV and gray G10 USA made. And I know people say that the build quality is not up to snuff, but mine is well made. And the ones that I've handled a couple of Benchmade bug outs and a minis. They were built well. It's just their GRN or FRN or whatever they call it. It's too thin and it flexes a lot. So yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. It isn't cheap, I know. Sorry, Fook. Hey, KC's in the house. I'm catching up, KC, man. I'm sorry I didn't see it until just now.
Hello there.
How far behind am I? I don't even see that comment here. What's up, Jay Dizzle? I see you, man. I see you up there
Hello there.
on the live stream screen, not on my software. I'm just reading comments, catching up, showing stuff off. Oh, there he is right there. I wasn't too far behind. Who has the Lux? What's up, John? How's it going?
Hello there.
Some people will consider having a Mokatai or Zerkatai scale as well as hardware clip backspacer as full dress. Okay. I don't know that I would do a scale. I kind of like the way that this looks. I like that it's like unassuming. Well, I don't know if you consider that unassuming, but I would say super clean. And then, and this is my first time going out and buying something like this for a knife. So when it comes with a Timascus pivot collar, it comes with that. I don't really consider that like an upgrade. Dressed up. Dressed up and nowhere to go. All dolled up. Oh. All right. So, did I show everything? No, I didn't. I do have two more things to show. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's actually got some weight to it already. I'm gonna probably set this down. Ugh. So, I'm building with my wife. My wife and I want to do this together. So this is a bug out bag. Like natural disaster happen, you got to evacuate out. Cars might still be usable, but if there's a lot of traffic and you really got to keep going to get away from whatever is happening, that's the kind of we're trying to build like a basically like a 3-day kit bag that we can grab and go with. So I'm going to do a little bit of content on that for anyone that might be interested in that. We both researched the bags a lot. They said you should go at least with a 40-liter bag. We went with a 35-liter, but it was a Maxpedition bag. So, I feel more confident with Maxpedition because I'm familiar with them. I got a lot of their gear already. Plus, one of my kids has a bug out bag that he built with a Maxpedition. And it's a really, really good quality bag. So I wanted something just in case, I have to get far enough away from whatever's happening, volcano eruption or whatever. I wanted to get that out of here. So I'm going to do more research and share my research and just kind of share what I'm doing with this particular bag. This is just going to be purely the gear. So like first aid, ration bars, water tablets, life straw, that kind of stuff. A little bit of electronical stuff in here. Oh no, it's actually in here. So I've loaded it with what I already have at home for that stuff, like when power goes out. But I'll share that as I go, and then we're gonna actually uh, condition ourselves to move around with the gear. So we have a state park that's behind us, and what we're going to do is we're going to gear up, load up all the gear that we would need if we had to hike it out, and that includes like footwear, jeans, like what we would wear if we had to literally bail out of this house pretty quick. We're gonna go hiking with it. We're gonna go for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, stuff like that. So I'll be able to kind of report back. Is it really truly livable? I mean, it's not even a quarter full, and this thing feels heavy as crap already. So it's already got me contemplating what I'm loading out in here. I'm hoping like the first aid kit and the REs won't be awful. I don't want this bag to be like 100 pounds, 150 pounds on my back. So I'm gonna kind of manage a weight to content ratio on this one and kind of see how it goes. It's going to be a little harder for me too as I toss it over there because I also have this. This is already like a mini bug out situation, and the way that you wear it kind of here. So if you kind of know what I'm inferring to and what's in this bag, this one's going to be the one that's on my front. That's going to be the one that's on my back. So I may have to change strategy for that, but this affords me to carry a lot of reserve because I don't want to get banned. So, but that is going to be a little bit of the content that's coming out there. So, if you guys have tips, tricks, or suggestions when that content drops, definitely sound off and let me know. We've only ever like done like home preparedness, like a storm comes through, it doesn't take out the house, but you're out of electricity. I don't have a auto generator. A couple of my neighbors do. They're really expensive. So what I did is I did the jump box that goes to the outside for the portable generator to hook up, and we can run like almost half the household. You can keep the refrigerator going, um, and the downstairs electricity, and then you can manage what you turn on and off to use the stove a little bit too. But the stove doesn't seem to have enough juice, so I'm actually contemplating before we get into hurricane season here again, um, upgrading to a little bit of a better generator as well. But just a little bit of stuff that I want to. I told you guys always like I'm into other little things that I'm gonna do little things, little episodes on the channel with, but I promise it won't be. You got two of them. Yeah, well, my wife's gonna build one and I'm gonna build one. So we may share, and I don't know if she'll be willing to let me like record her bag and her talking about her bag. Um, but we're gonna do two of them. But I imagine that we're probably going to share a lot of the same things that we get too, because we both ended up getting the same bag because she was researching the pre-made bags, and there's some really good ones out there that come with a like 80-90% of what it comes with is really good. One of them I found was like a $400 bag and it's on sale for 250. Like they're running a sale and it comes with really good stuff and it's very high, very very highly regarded. If you didn't know how to build one and you wanted to get one, the way that it's organized and everything and the pack itself, water resistant, dirt proof, pretty good stuff out there. I have a dog bug out bag. That's awesome. A lot of y'all do. Okay, cool. Well, I'll share my journey. Like I said, we have the what is it, 25-year shelf life totes. We got the water purification tablets, but I'm more interested in those life straws. And then we got a couple of bladders that we could fill out if we knew that we're going to be losing power with a storm or whatever. Let me think what else we got. I'm trying to remember everything that we got. So I remember water tablets. We're gonna actually increase the number of gallons that we have set aside just in case, because we've lost power. We've lost power because of snowstorms. A lot of strong thunderstorms have taken our power out before, but we've been without it for a few days. And the generator with the reserve gas and everything allows us to kind of maintain a fairly comfortable life. We also have gas hot water, so our hot water heater never goes down because we never lose the gas line. But I wanted to be prepared for like you got to get out of here, right? So that's what I'm looking to do. All right, Sean's already coming in with the tips. Check out Ultralight Hikers if you want to cut weight. Trouble Bunny and I did a 2 week hike on the Appalachian Trail, and my total bag weight was minus water was 28 pounds. That's awesome. Actually, I'm gonna weigh it. I'm gonna weigh bag empty and then weigh bag as I load it up with stuff. I'm trying to think of what's really heavy that's in there. It's already starting to feel it has some weight, so I appreciate that. I'll check out ultra lightweight hikers. Thank you. Thanks, Crazy. I appreciate that. All right, giveaway stuff because it is already after 7. So tonight's giveaway, and we're just going to pick a random video, is going to be the Civivi X1. If somebody can figure out why this one looks a little bit different, sound off in the comments. This one is basically new. I did a little bit of cutting on the video for the review of this one. I really like this one. Very nice action. Civivi did a really good job with this one. 3.5 finger knife, a little slim in the back, but you know, for just a lightweight summer EDC or someone that has medium to large hands, this is really good, guys. Haha, what's up, Mikey? What's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Hello there.
We haven't even done any shopping. I haven't had a chance to check out what's new and used this week. Dyed the scales. Nope. Close. You're warm. You're very warm as to what's different with this one. John's got it. Yep. So, I recently, and I don't know that I haven't won something in a really long time. A really long time. But I actually won. This one was the scales was on the blacked out version, Black Blade hardware, and I wanted to take the semi-white scales that were on here. It's kind of like an off-white, and put it on the black one, and I can show that to y'all if y'all are interested in that. And I threw the green on here, and I kind of like the way that it gives it a pop. I think it goes well with the green micarta. But this is a sweet model. I hope they do a large. If they did a large, I would probably pick that up as well. I really just like this one. It's a slicer, man. It is an absolute slicer. Great work blade. They did a really nice job with it too. Civivi and they just do some really good build qualities. Pounds equal pain. Yeah. Yeah, so we definitely got to be careful. I don't want to go hog wild. I want to be smart. I want to make sure it's gear that I absolutely need and that I can use. And I want to make sure it's organized well. So it's probably going to be a little bit of trial by fire, but you know, I've watched some other content and people have already been making suggestions about stuff, and I appreciate that. It's helpful. Do you hate the green? You have the ivory scales with the green, and you hate the green. Let me show you the other one. All right, I should have had it out. I didn't really think that through when I did that. So I took the ivory scales and I did a stormtrooper. So this is Casey's blade hardware, liners, pocket clip, blackwash blade. This is what I really wanted. I wanted it like this for me, and then I wanted to be able to give someone, because this is a nice model, I wanted to be able to give someone this one, and I think the green makes it pop. But, you know, I don't think it would be hard to strip those scales away if you really just wanted it, you know, raw. I don't think it would be hard to do. All right, how are we going to do this, guys? Major milestones, you have to be commenting all along. I don't know how many people were here for that, so I changed the rules a little bit. Major milestones are like when we hit big numbers. I'm going to randomly select a video, that you all have commented on already. No keyword or anything like that. We're just going to pick at random. Here, I'm doing the giveaway with a keyword, but you get 2 minutes to leave the comment, and then I have to be able to immediately tag you when I draw. Otherwise, I'm moving on. And if I feel like there's something suspect, or if one of my moderators tell me that it's something that's suspect, I'm moving on. So keep all that in mind. But let me go ahead and get everything pulled up. Louis likes the green. Sweet. Dwayne digging the green. Yeah, the green on green. I think the green on green looks good, personally. Joe said, yeah. John said, yeah, that looks better. The Stormtrooper, the one I tried to do the Stormtrooper on. You're talking about this one? I got to go under the mic. Sorry. Yeah. Unfortunately, the lighting really washes it out and makes that white look brighter. It's not that bright, but I love the way this came out. I think it's really cool. But again, I don't think it would be hard. You know, you could probably just hit it with light sanding, and if you have an electric sander, probably knock it off real fast. All right, let's go to comment picker. All right, and this time I'll know. And then let's pick a random video. I'll share my screen so you guys can watch what I'm doing so it don't look like such a your videos. Let's just what's got low watches. The mini grouper disassembly just came out. Let's do the REI. Why not? We'll use the REI. All right, I'm gonna grab the link. I'm gonna drop it in there. And where did my live chat go? There we go. You guys know the rules. 18 years or older, continental US shipping, keyword, gotta be present. 2 minutes to drop your keyword in the video. So that's the video. Keyword is X1, since that's the knife. All right, you guys ready? 2 minutes to enter and must be present to win. And again, major milestones is going to be what I said it was. It's going to be, I'm just going to pick at random a video for replace pin message for the drawing. So if you want to hit the major milestones, which are going to be the really big giveaways, you're going to have to make sure you leave some kind of comment on the video that I drop each day. It's just one a day. All right, so there's the drop, 7:13. We got 2 minutes, so at 7:15 I'm drawing. I'm gonna be over here ready to go. Two minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Bop, 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 bop. It's funny to see the number jump up and down. You guys can open it in a new tab. You don't have to leave the live stream. I always open those in new tabs. B Shady got the Brian Brown Jaeger M pre-ordered. Can't wait. You know, that would be a good companion knife, especially if you want to kind of preserve your Jaeger. I keep bumping into this stupid ammo bag. I'm so crammed in this corner. I can't wait till one day. I'm in no rush because I'm not trying to kick the kids out fast, but I can't wait till one day I actually have like my own space to do this. Well, B Shady, I appreciate that, but you're absolutely, completely, and totally welcome to here anytime that you feel like it. You know, if it's something that you might be interested in checking out, even if it's just for a little while, or, you know, something that you might think would make a good gift to someone because holidays are coming or whatever, totally welcome to, my friend. Pons has to leave. Oh, all right, Pons. Well, thanks for stopping by, brother. I appreciate it. Oh, I got what you're saying. You have to click on the link and go because you're on your mobile device. I got you. El Cap got me straight. He knew what I was about to ask. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's Cap, Big Jimpin. Doesn't matter if it's Cap. All right, 7:15. We're drawn. Keyword, it doesn't recognize is what I'm saying. No replies. It doesn't recognize capitalized. And I'll prove it here. So 16 comments. Ready? You guys ready? Hershey Bear. Am I going to be able to tag you? Some of y'all have those weird. Some of y'all have those weird names. Okay, Sean, that's you. Okay, I was like, I recognize the name. I didn't know who it was. Congrats, sir. Congrats. Oh, I forgot to do the I'm knocking stuff over. I forgot to do the crack. Congrats, Sean. I think you always, I think you communicate with me on IG. That's fine if you want to do it that way. But if not, you need the email. Just let me know. I appreciate my mods vouching for you. Keep me straight. Keep people honest. And I think I do recognize the name, but I was like, why doesn't it let me pull them up? So congrats to you. You, sir, have won the one-off Brian Brown Design Civivi X1. Just send me your info. I always ask for it every time just because people have moved, addresses change. So just send that to me if you don't mind. Instagram's fine if you want to do it that way. If not, actually, I think in the description of this live stream, if you click on it, the email address is in there too. So you can grab it that way. But if you need it, just let me know. But super excited to give that one away. I really like that model. I think it's one of my favorite Civivi models. They got quite a few that I like, I'm not gonna lie, but this is one of my favorite new releases from them. I'm actually sticking it back in the pouch here because I don't want nothing to happen to it. So it'll be coming to you, my friend. Let's do a little shopping, and then I'll probably wrap up after that to go eat. Oh, I forgot to cut that off. I'm just gonna let it play now. Sounds good, my friend. Sounds good. Nice. Non-flipper is definitely the way to go with the Jaegers. I like that extra real estate for the finger. I can't get this thing to go in the bag. It won't go in. All right, it's in there now. She's about to be packed up, snug, and safe. They're doing this. Somebody burnt something downstairs. I hope everything's okay. They sent it with this 10-year box. It's pretty wild. I'm gonna set that over there for now. All right, let's do some shopping, man. I want to see real quick. I really want to just check out the binge. Oh yeah, the Tri-Stash is coming soon. You got 2 days for that pre-order. Who's getting that one? Man, somebody really burnt something. Lord have mercy, it smells awful. He said, I'm hiding it from her. You better hope she don't watch this live stream later. Oh, Quiet Carrier Rincon. How do you say that? Is this a new release? Why do I not know this model? Bearings over, faucet on washers. 385. These were that expensive new? I don't know this model. Whew, man, somebody burnt something bad. Whew. Got a Mordax. This is a wild looking one. CCKS Fall 2023 Blue Honeycomb Protect Mordax. So this is a show. with the pearl button. Kind of expensive, isn't it? I don't know how much the show ones go for. Got the Olamic Wayfarer up here. Oh, let me cut this fan on. What is happening downstairs? Hang on one second, guys. I will be right
Welcome
back.
to your NFL headlines of the day.
Alexa, stop. Hey, is everything okay? I'm back, guys. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. He said, it's not burning, it's cooking. Dude, that is burning. It smells awful. All right, let's finish shopping. Oh God, crazy. No, it smells worse than that, man. Woo. I don't know what he is burning down there, but he is burning. I think so I have uncoated steel pans, and I think he puts seasoning and stuff on it and then rotates to another piece, but the seasoning stays on there and continues to burn while he's cooking the fresh meat. He really needs to use the ceramic coated pans. We don't use the other coating because we've heard that it's really bad. It's very toxic for your system. So we don't use those. But I don't know if the ceramic pans are any better. Oh, we got a couple of TRMs here. Somebody is really unloading their TRMs. The Shadow for 230. That's not a bad price, right? Aren't those normally like three something new? Got an Atom for 200, Neutron for 180, Holy Nerd for 150. I feel like those are good prices, are they not? Can you use your shopping skills to find the Atlas FM1 anywhere other than Cold Steel? Where have you looked? I wouldn't know where to go to look for that. Oops. Phew, God, it's really killing me, guys. I have the fan going. I'm hoping it'll help. So they only have it at. Let me get a look at this knife first. Don't be. Wait, this is just the lock. That's not the knife. What did you call it? FM1. Is this the right one? Is this what we're looking for? Are you looking for the Full Metal Atlas before I start trying to dive in and hunting? I'm trying to think of where. I don't know a lot of dealers that sell cold steels, but let me just run through my usuals. So I don't see that one exactly. Carve the N-Gage. Which one are you looking for? The FM1. Is that the specific model? The N-Gage is all I'm really seeing. You're looking for that metal one? So you are looking for this one. Where did I go? Cold Steel, Cold Steel, Cold Steel. How come they're not at vendors yet? Is this like a brand new the deal wire? Deal wire. Is this okay, is this an article? That's not helping. This is an article as well. I'm guessing it must be new because it's not showing up anywhere. Oh, Louis said it's only available there. Well, that saves us all the hunt. Thanks, Louis. I appreciate you. Tried, man. I was getting ready to dig into it. We got an overpriced Oz Machine Co. knife. Hinder XM18. Oh, there's a cubit down there. $50 cubit. Nash Lander for 35. Condition fair. What? What did you do to that Lander, bro? Do you tell us? Knife has been used and has a little bit of lock rock when closed for some reason, but excellent condition. A little bit of lock rock. That's a detent ball lash then. No? That you might be able to fix that by cleaning the detent ball hole. Damn Design Sybaris for 90 bucks. That's a good deal. That Bridgeport, man, I feel like that Bridgeport 1827 has been on here for a while. I can't believe that's still on there. Too new. My pivot's backing out. All good, El Cap. I'm all willing to try to help. I would say the only other thing I can think of is maybe trying the forums or keep asking in the chats. Maybe somebody will know and or have one. Sorry, my pivot was backing out on my X1. Louis said try Midway might be the only other place. Yeah, Midway is a little bit more expensive. It's starting to rain. I don't know if y'all will hear that on the microphone. There's a Devo Stout V1. There's a Renegade Provisions GOM. Wow, $425 for that Vero XL. I don't know what the Veil edition is. Yes, I do. That's the Sagaha-esque pattern. That still seems like a lot, though. No, I really don't know. We got a Jaeger with a flipper tab. Jig titanium. What was the price? Did I pass it? $469. Aren't those $399 new? Yikes. Yikes. Man, I do like this X1, man. It's got excellent action. All right, let's just see what's coming new this week. And then we'll wrap up. That'll give me time to clean up and eat before Lefty goes live. Is Lefty going live today or is he on vacation? Let's do new arrivals first. Just take a peek here. I'm not looking for Balisons. Oh, Microsoft. Microtech Stitch Ram Lock Fluted Aluminum 338. I do like this one, but I'm not quite ready to go there with that one just yet. We got the Tonto Pyrites, the Shaman Compression Lock. Is that their exclusive? XHP, that's still in stock. That's amazing. Main Street, Little Main Street. Those are a little too small for me. Mini Corvid. I like the way this one looks. I don't like that. I like this, the Raindrop one. 196. What's the blade steel on it? S35VN. Flipper only though. Always a bump. Well, not a bummer. I do like some flipper only knives, but it's a little bit more fun when you get to have multiple means of deployment. But I like the overall design on that. That's pretty dope. All right, what else we got here? Some Kalashnikovs. The REI is on sale for $119. If you want to look in the description and use my link and pick one of those up cheap. They got 3 different versions for $119. It reminds me of a Hinder a little bit with that handle. Oh, look at Simcut coming out with the skeletonized neck knives as well now, Jim. We got an aluminum scaled. Is this aluminum? Oh no, it's Luxon. I like that machine satin finish. That looks good. It looked like aluminum at first, but it's just the Lexan material. I guess they did the Ultim or the PEI, so they decided they wanted to do that. Still a great knife for the money. Really good knife for the money. Look at that. Ezinta? Is that how you say that? Enzinta? That's wild looking. That must be an integral at that price point, right? That's gotta be integral. Did it say it on the other? Really, 400 bucks for an integral knife, I still think is, considering what goes into making that is the fair ask, or not an awful ask, I shouldn't say. It's not an awful ask. Oh, we got a new Civivi, the Taxticorix? Taxticorix? Is that how you say that? It looks like a big knife. Yeah, 8.86 inches. It is a big knife. G10. I thought that was green micarta. Looks like it's a hollow grind clip point with a swedge. Is this Nitro V? They seem to be doing everything in Nitro V now. I think it's funny that Kaiser is doing stuff in Nitro V for 50 and under, and Civivi's still doing it for over 50. And Kaisers are better, in my opinion, right now. That the Pentium swings. My gosh, what is he burning down there? It smells horrendous. Hera's in here. We got those new Kaisers. So that, look at what you got here. Pre-order. You guys can pre-order it. If you missed out on the Purple Haze and you like that dark matter gold, you can pre-order it. And we'll drop it in the link in there. Man, he burnt it bad. Uh, it's there if you want it for the pre-order. Oh, I clicked off of it by mistake. Yeah, they've definitely refined the coating. I got like the very first batch I pre-ordered, and the coating on it just is not as good as some of the later batches. And that's sometimes the disadvantage of trying to get in too early. I actually think I like that gold dark matter a little bit better than the purple haze. I wouldn't pick it up to trade it out at this point, especially because I've kind of got some snail trails on mine. The Yan Nav Chevron is on here, Magna Cut steel. Pipeline on here. Very cool stuff, guys. Very cool stuff. Look at these knucks. Yowza. Large. Large tread knuckle. The Incendi is out here from Civivi. And it looks like you can now pick up the Nugs. That looks like a more sheep footy instead of the reverse Tonto that you're getting on the X1, but it looks about the same size. Handle looks a little bit longer looking at the dimensions. They only have a couple of those Swift fins left. Oh, that Tiger Stripe one is new. Why is it so expensive? Oh, it's not. It's Damascus. It's not 20 CV. I just realized it's I'm sorry, Damasteel, not Damascus. What pattern is that? That is wild looking. That looks like an eyeball up there. Doesn't it? Looks like kind of like a frog or maybe like a catfish or something up here. That's wild looking. What type of modified clip point? Thor. It's the Thor. Thor Damasteel. I don't know how many people are going to be picking that one up, Civivi. I mean, that's expensive. All right. Let's see, new arrivals, GP Knives real quick. We'll check out the sale one more time, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So nothing really new here. GP Knives a little bit slower to get stuff in, guys, but I do really like them as a dealer. They're very nice people and very easy to deal with. They still have the exclusive purple heartwood Sabenzas out here. I really like the way that wood looks. It's really pretty. Oh, it's uh got the year mark on it, 2024. Really cool looking. That's their best picture of it right there, in my opinion. Very cool. Can't afford that though. That is out of my budget, out of my price range. John, get on that, man. Tell them to fix that. Tell them to sell the inlays separately, just like they do the pocket clips. Yeah, it's a little tough sometimes the way the things fall. You know what I'm saying? It's a little tough. But you know that these are going to continue to be made as long as they sell. So they're not going to go anywhere. Whereas something like the TriStash, you may miss out if you don't get in on the pre-order. So just kind of play it like that, and then get yourself the dark matter later, the Militao later. I just know some people missed out on it, and I actually kind of like the dark matter a little bit better, the gold dark matter a little bit better than the purple haze. I love my purple haze, don't get me wrong, but the dark matter gold looks better to me. If I had to choose between the two, I would go with the dark matter. All right, let's get out of GP knives. This sale's continuing to go on. I just wanted to, point it out again this week, just in case anyone missed last week. So $100. It'd be $100 with my code, I think, for that Jig Titanium penguin that I showed earlier. It was the minis I was saying that's a little bit under. So, man, I think that's just a killer price for what you're getting. Code JDTPK will help you save there. And then, of course, the Lake Champlain Barlow is out here still. And then they also have the tactile knives out here still. And oh, they've sold a lot of stuff though. A lot of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, they got the 20 CV penguins out here, penguin large, or penguin plus. I'm sorry, calling that wrong. And those are under 100 as well. Really good deals on those. And is that it? Is that it? Yeah, they got some other Civivis and stuff out here. All right, so we went through everything. I pulled up Vosteed to check it. I didn't see anything earlier, so I'm gonna close out of here. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Did you guys say whether or not Kevin's back from vacation, or is he still on vacation? He might. Oh, the wind's picking up. Maybe it is good timing to cancel or to wrap it up. Yeah, Milta is a guillotine gem. You gotta be careful with that one. Yeah, it's starting to rain really hard. I don't know if you can tell in the window back there how dark it's gotten here, but it's starting to really come down. So I'm gonna wrap it up and hop off here just to make sure nothing happens to the PC. I hope all of you have a good evening. If Kevin's on later, I'll catch you in that chat. If not, have a great weekend, guys.